All right. Good evening, y'all. This is Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner. I'm in Zone 6B. And if you're watching the replay, please hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit so that you'll get notifications of any new videos I upload. And please subscribe and share my channel. Thank you for coming in this evening. I think I saw Psalms 146 real early. That was funny. She was hollering first. Now I see lashes. Hey girl. Yep. I'm still watching you walking in the morning. I don't always comment because sometimes I'll be out in the yard working myself and my hands is dirty. Can't always type hello. Hey Cheryl. Yep, I saw you earlier over there at Crafty Leo's. CC, hey babe, how are you? Thank you for stopping in this evening. Hey Mike, your co-host. I don't know. She got attitude with me. I haven't seen her for about an hour or so, so she's somewhere asleep. Jeanette Cruising Homestead. Good evening, sweetheart. Thank you for stopping in this evening. I hope your husband doing well. And so y'all gonna be saying hello to one another. Cassandra, I hope to see you and your brother and sister next year. Again, I really enjoyed you. Hey, Sammy Joe. Hey, you in here early tonight. Thank you, sweetheart, for stopping in. Fifi, hello, girlfriend. How are you? How are you? Been watching all your videos too. You've been throwing them down as well. Yep, everybody's saying hello to one another. Joshua, hi, how are you this evening? Glad to see you were able to make it over to my channel. Greatly appreciate it. TLC in the garden. Hey, baby girl. I see someone saying hi to you, so I know you're here. I don't know why you won't show up on my screen. I won't show up on yours, but I know you're here. Yes, thanks for stopping me in this evening. Oh, growing with Hudson. Hey, G Hud. Glad to see you made it over this evening. Just got off. We'll be listening. That's okay. As long as you come in and hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit, it's greatly appreciated. Did I see my internet son coming in here? Broke Farmer. Yes, indeed. Hello there, son. How are you? Yep, I see everybody saying hi. I'm sucking on a vitamin C, trying to keep my immune system intact, y'all. The analytic gardener. Hey, sweetie, glad to see you watching on TV. So not going to be commenting. That's okay. As long as you seeing me some kind of way, you hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. I greatly appreciate however it go. Is that T-Nog? What's up, girl? I was just you okay? You're listening while cleaning your kitchen. Yeah, I was watching your last video today. I think um you were showing the mullein seeds, how you had a pack of 1,000, and I also was watching your plantains, how they were getting all their blossoms on them, and you was getting a rack of plantains. Yeah, yeah, I watched that last minute video before I came out today. I was watching everybody's videos, so everybody will be saying hello while you doing whatever you're doing at home. Glad that you stopped by. Please make sure you hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. I see people saying hello to Mona. Okay, Mona must be driving too. Okay, Mona, hello, sifting with some soil. Thank you for listening in while you're in your travels. Greatly appreciated. Yep, I see everybody saying hello to everybody. Hello and enjoy your birthday tomorrow. Jeanette Cruising Homestead. Okay, all right. Um, let's see. Everybody saying okay. Talking to Jeanette. All right. Well, it's been cold here. I woke up this morning. It was 54 degrees. I almost wish I hadn't cut my heat off. I worked a little bit out in the yard for a hot minute, and I had to put a jacket and a hat on my head because not only was the temperatures cool, it was a little breezy too. So once it gets a little breezy, it's what they call wind chill factor, and it made it even cooler. Um, And they said it's 72 now. I don't believe it. It doesn't feel that warm. So yeah, our temperature's been really dipping at night. It got down to 48 degrees last night. I actually put some plants out to harden off, and I went out and checked on them not too long ago, and they seem to be okay. I watered them so they wouldn't totally dry out, so they wouldn't have to fight dryness as well as breeze. I get a little more breeze up here on this porch because I'm up higher elevation, so I really have to watch it. It did kill a few of my seedlings. The high winds kind of snapped their little necks, but as they say, you keep dropping seeds. So yeah, I'm leaving them in the house so that they will warm up and germinate. But I'm still a little leery about putting them outside. Annie will be by later. Yeah, she will. Yeah, everybody sending love your way, Tina. You know you're loved. Granny's Journal, thank you for stopping in this evening. I saw you earlier and a few other chats today. So glad to see you had a chance to make it over here. Urban Gardening, my girl, what's up, Chronicles? Thank you for stopping in this evening. I'm glad to see you were able to come over and say hi to this old lady. Like I always tell you guys, it makes my heart glow every Thursday when you guys take the time out of your schedule, whether you stay for the whole chat or you just come in to say hello. It's greatly appreciated that you spend that little short of time with me uh, at my station, so my channel. So I really appreciate when you come in. Haven't been below 65 at night, 88 days hot, and the smoke is no fun. Oh yeah, what's is it? In Canada, there's fires and they're drifting down into the states. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, it's been cold here. I'm cleaning my kitchen before I eat dinner. Sending big cyber hugs to you all. Thank you. Right back at you, Tina. Appreciate that. Mm, yeah, everybody saying hello to one another. Mike said, "Enjoy your dinner, Tina." Yep, yep. Said, "Enjoy." You know, it's something good out the garden. The whole place smoky and cold over here. Ooh, urban. Ouch. Yeah, my girlfriend felt like that in California. She said that uh they burn down California every year. I didn't know they had that many trees where they can keep burning down every year. But anyway, they had a air quality advisory that if you had any type of respiratory illness or what have you, to stay inside, that it was not safe to be outside. G Mama Grows, hey, hon. Glad to see you made it over here this evening. You're a busy lady. You're a moderator everywhere. Miss Shirley G, I'm loving your blazer. Beautiful. Thank you, honey. This is what they call oldie but goodies. I got this back in the 70s. I'm a clothes horse. I got clothes from I think junior high that I haven't given up yet. That's why my closets is they're over bulging. But you say yes. Oh, the chat just jumped. Wait a minute. I didn't get to see what their last answer was. Okay. All right. I was trying to see if it was showing up. All right. What was that last chat? Yes, it's okay. It jumped again. Yes, it's in Canada. The fires are about 1 hour away from me. Ooh, Sammy Joe, I know that got to be scary. Wow. Well, we pray that you and your family will be all right. Yeah, Sams, I saw you in here earlier today. I was like, she's like first. I was like, good grief. I was like, I'm not even here yet. And she's already in there. So I was like, well, thank you for coming in. I'm just trying to read some of the things that y'all put in the chat that I can't see because y'all be moving. Whole new perspective. Hey, Crystal. You say you're listening but can't be in the chat long. That's okay. Long as you stop by to say hello, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming in or passing through, as you say. Yeah, everybody's dealing with something right now, and it's just the second week in June, If they're not dealing with extreme heats, they're dealing with fires and smoke or extreme uh, drop in the temperature. Like last week, we had it up in the 80s, and now it's down in the 60s and the 50s. So it's hard for me to want to plant. Uh, I got some few things that are trying to germinate, but they're going to be slow developing because they're warm weather crops like okra and cantaloupe and tomatoes and peppers. My peppers is doing okay. Matter of fact, I'm going to do a video on a couple of peppers and eggplants that I put in earlier, and they've been surviving our crazy temperatures up and down. So, yeah. All right. So it's a whole new perspective, giving a whole list of folks she's saying hello to. Yeah. Heat with no rain. Yeah. Now they said it's supposed to rain here on Sunday. So I'm going to try to get a few things in the ground. It's not so much my seedlings that I have shown you in other videos, but I'm actually putting them in 5-gallon buckets and a few buckets up here on the porch so that they'll have a chance of survival in case the deer and stuff break out. Hey, Backyard Gardener Flow 2021. Thank you for stopping in, saying hello to everybody in the chat. I have my wood stove on tonight. I was outside most of the day. Okay. Yeah, it's been a little chilly and got me putting on my big heavy fuzzy house coat that I love to wear all the time with the hood. So once I get off this chat, I will be changing into my favorite house coat and getting snug so I can watch Odom and whoever else is coming in afterwards. But you say I need rain too. If you saw my video on my groundhog that's in the rain barrel, it was almost to the bottom, so I definitely need. That's just one. The one that has mm, the jungle juice, I call it now, because it's just wow. Yeah, it was getting low, and I actually had to add a little water to it because it was so thick. Yeah, my plants are confused too. They don't know whether to break out as far as germinating, and the ones that are out whether to start to flower or not because the temperature keeps going up and down, up and down. So, yeah, our plants are just as confused as we are. Yes, we are. Mike, I got a cup of got a cup of rain today. That's all. Now, see, well, normally when you get rain, you get monsoon. So for you to get just a cup of water, that's unusual. Yeah, so they said it's supposed to rain here Sunday. So I hope so because I could use it. Oh, the experience was sassy. Hey, girl, how are you? I'm glad to see you made it over this way. We say it has rained here 6 days in a row. Ooh, I hope you get some soon. Wow, Sammy Joe. Your stuff is waterlogged, isn't it? That's right, G Mama Grows. Tell him, click that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. It'll be greatly appreciated. So we see everybody's coming in slowly but surely. So would you say Psalms, the rain barrels, the rain birds? Okay. What is that? And Morning Doves has been singing over here for the past few days, but we've been in a drought for like 3 weeks. Yeah, we have too. It hasn't rained over here in a while. Everything is dry. I think that's why a lot of my fruit trees and a few other things are kind of small in size compared to last year. Even though I've been hand watering, I got a lot of stuff to hand water. I have my fig trees. I have fruit trees. Um, what else do I have? My fig, my fruit. I have my flowers that I'm watering that's in pots. Excuse me. A lot of stuff I got in my 5-gallon buckets. So, yeah, I have to water a lot by hand. And I don't try to use the house water. I use strictly the rainwater that I have in my rain barrels in my super juice. All right, everybody saying hello to each other. Hey, Tori, what's up? How you doing? Glad to see your face in the place. Yep. Yeah, Tori, it's really getting out of hand. Oh, but glad to see you made it in here. I enjoyed playing the games. I even got on the board. I was so proud of myself. You know, Tori, what I had problems with, my phone was lagging behind. The most of the answers or a lot of the stuff came on the TV and I was behind on my phone. And a lot of stuff I know I typed in came in late and I seen other folks had already typed it in. So I got to figure out how to get on my phone before the TV in order to keep having that delay. I'm still trying to learn about electronics and what have you. Did you make Ground Hunter? No, heck he no, CC. He went bye-bye on the streetcar. I told you I had my friend who works for animal control. Oh, guess who just creeped in this thing? Yeah, I don't do groundhog stew. Hey, Felicia, glad to see you made it in. She's going outside on the porch. She got a little salty at me, which I really don't care. Because I'm the one that buy the stuff. Psalms, chocolate sprinkles, tomatoes, get 8 feet tall. Ooh. I planted a chocolate cherry tomato plant that got close to 10 feet tall last year. I was picking cherry tomatoes all the way up to almost December. That bad boy was just giving me tomatoes like it had no end to it. I wasn't mad because a lot of people loved it. And I did too. They was pretty sweet. I actually got one in the ground right now. Oh, hey, Healy. I like watching you when you shampoo your hair and braid it up. It's so cute. Yeah, some of the products you use. Yeah, my hair is so soft. It's like a newborn baby's butt. It's just soft. Let a cool breeze come by and it parts it like the Red Sea. My hair is so soft. I get mad at it. Sweet Ree, what's up, girl? Thank you for stopping in this evening. Gladly appreciate that. Everybody saying hello to one another. Okay, so let me go down my little list of goodies that I tried to keep up with y'all. You know, like I said, right now, y'all throwing out videos, like nobody's business because everybody in different regions, if they're not kicking out spring stuff, letting spring greens and stuff go to seed so they can collect the seed and they drop in their summer stuff. And then y'all got these watermelon wars going on, which is just hilarious. I just saw somebody. Oh, Indiana Jackson, 762. Hello, sir. How are you? Glad to see you rolled up in here with us tonight. Somebody else that I saw right quick. These things be going so fast. Sometimes you catch a glimpse of somebody that comes in here. Something. I know I missed somebody. But whoever it was that just came in and I missed other than Mr. Jackson, hello. Don't think I'm ignoring you. Yeah, Hudson, heat with no rain. Yeah, and everything's drying up. Yep, you got a lot of that going on. Ooh, I'm that far behind in the chat. Okay. See, Tori. I ain't trying to be rude, John. Just trying to keep up with what's going on here. Oh, that's Jones True 67. That's who I missed. Hello, Jones True 67. I want to let you know I hadn't ignored you. I just didn't see you because I was running my mouth and couldn't read the chat at the same time. Okay. I like to see what's going on. Yep. Hello, everybody. Yep. I think I was saying hi to Healy Means. I like to see everybody, even I like everybody to see me. Yeah. I enjoyed making a board myself. I was like, yes. Because I like word games and stuff. We said I was cutting my hair. It don't take long anymore. What hair? Bro, you mean peach fuzz? Because I've never ever seen a blade of hair on your head. You know what I'm saying? So what hair? That's funny. You got jokes. Bro, can you just be on Miss T with the T cutting up about whatever subject she has coming up, whether it's sex or dating or what would you say, CC, a handful of nair will work? He don't even need a handful. Yeah, he ain't got but one or two. He could take a pair of tweezers and pluck them. And he don't even have to waste any money on that. That's just crazy. Like this. I used to wear my hat like this, or either turned all the way with the bib in the back. Hanging with my brothers. I was a tomboy. I used to like to climb trees and beat up my brothers and race on bikes and what have you. Yep. We just said word. Yeah, those was the good old days growing up. Yep. Yeah, when I was growing up, I was around more boys than there was girls. So I learned how to fight with my fist, learn how to spit, hanging with boys and brothers and stuff. And every time my brothers thought they could whoop me, it never happened. When my baby brother turned 21, he was ready to fight me because he was 21 and strong, he thought he could whoop me. But what he failed to understand was experience outweighs youthfulness. And I whooped his butt. My mom told us to break it up. And my brother got smart and she told him if he didn't shut up, she would let me go back and whoop him some more. So he set his little butt down. Homemade wine, guava, y'all. Would you say G Mama? Gross. Me too. I never could spit though. Oh, I could. Yeah. And then we used to sit on my grandparents' front porch. They had that old fashioned heavy wrought iron rocker, and we would eat watermelon. And we would try to see who could spit the seeds the furthest. My grandfather used to get so mad because he would have watermelon popping up in his lawn, and he had a beautiful lawn. And he'd be so mad, quit spitting the seeds in my lawn. But that's what's the fun of eating watermelon, was spitting seeds. Yeah. I grew up with my boy cousins, climbing trees and tackling football. Yeah, I did all that. Baseball, running track, tackle football. Oh, yeah. I got my knee messed up playing tackle football, but it was fun. Do you have a video on homemade wine? No, no. I watch everybody else. I watch Turf Therapy with his great wine, and I also watch Led. Led got some real good videos on making wine. And who was it? We had another one. It was another lady. Was it Crafty? I can't remember her name, but she used to do the wine too. Hey, Barb Brownlee, thank you for stopping in this evening. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I got hats like this in every color. I got them in pink and red, whatever outfit. I like to be matchy matchy. One day I walked out the house and I had on, I don't know, about 5 different colors on. And my granddaughter looked at me and she said, "No, Grandma." She's like, "You look like a rainbow." She said, she said, "Go back in there and try again." So ever since then, I've been a little more selective in regards to my color combination in clothes. So yeah. And when I go out with my girlfriends, just what I consider something I just threw on, it was like, that's too much. And I was like, it's just a sweatsuit, but it would be a matching sweatsuit. And I had a hat and earrings and all that. And they was like, we just going to the store. I was like, I know. African Dream Man, how are you? Thank you for being up. What's this, nighttime for you? You probably should be in the bed. Who is this, Jay? Because I know April make sure she get her beauty sleep. Jay, you don't know how to go to sleep. I'm calling you a vampire. You just up all hours of the day and night. Which is so funny. But I love you, baby boy. Yes, indeed. Glad you made it. The retired gardener. I ain't mad at you. Whoop whoop. Me too. Love it, love it, love it. My son will be cracking on my gear before I go out with him. Oh, let me tell you. Mm, I had been divorced a couple of years and had moved in, had my own house, and um, I had a friend who wanted to take me out to dinner, so I got dressed. And when I came downstairs, my son looked at me. He said, "Where you think you going looking like that?" And I said, "Excuse you. Uh, when did you start telling me about dress code?" He said, "That skirt's too short." And I was like, really? I said, too short for who? I was like, no, we good. I was like, what is you, the fashion police? I was like, mind your business. Good East Homestead, thank you for stopping in. With the head to the side. Y'all gonna comment on this hat all night? Let's see, wait a minute. Where is it at? All right. Yeah, this is how I used to wear it all the time when I was hanging with my brothers. They always tried to steal my hats, and I told them, no, go get your own. You got money. Buy your own hats. Yes, the retired gardener. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you before. Thank you for stopping in tonight. I appreciate you coming in, checking out this old lady. Yeah, I forgot to hit. What's wrong with you, bro? Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's right. Hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. hmm Okay, let me see. Let me run down my list of folks I got a chance to catch in between this week. Growing what I eat, watching his squash harvest. You grow row, growing those tomatoes in her arrow garden. That girl knows uh Mike, she trying to catch up with you on that arrow garden thing though. Yeah, I know you knew retired garden because I never seen you before, but thank you for stopping in. Oh, do you have a channel of your own? If you got channels, guys, drop in MSOG so we can find you. Drop your state, drop your zone. Let folks know how they can find you. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Let's see. PIA, her stainless steel tumblers that she was making for the young ladies. It was a group of them getting ready to go to Hawaii, and she was making tumblers for those. And I thought that was interesting. And then I also saw who is that? Blue Lotus and Crafty Leo. They were also doing tumblers on her show today. So yeah. So everybody's saying hello. Is that 10? The educated natural. Hey, hey. Yes. Thank you, sweetie, for stopping in and saying hello. Please drop your channel, MSOG. Let folks know how they can find you. Oh, I see TLC. She know what to do. Yeah, let's welcome in the retired gardener. All righty. Thank you for coming in this evening. Everybody saying hello. Broke 8A, Broke Town, Georgia. Boy, everything is broke or broke time down for you some kind of way. You just broke all the way around. Yeah, you would be broke if your wife didn't give you that big piece of chicken. I was watching Hands in the Dirt too, and he was harvesting those red potatoes and how he found grubs in that one container. I was like, yeah, I found some grubs the other day too. I moved the pot out the way and the cardboard underneath moved, and I saw them little white things curled up. I was like, where is these things coming from? Yeah, that's right, y'all. Keep dropping that MSOG, dropping your grow zone in your state. Let folks know where you're at. So in case they want to say hi, they know where to find you. Renaissance Grandma, checking her gardening after survival meet with vision preparedness. Did anybody watch that? That was hilarious. And the only reason I'm saying that is because uh, my Renaissance grandma, she showed her car. It was packed so tight. She said it took her 2 hours to pack her car. That car was packed so tight, air couldn't get in there. Every door she opened, stuff was like, all of it gets the windows and stuff. That was hilarious. I was like, how did that woman do that? I thought it would have took a lot longer than 2 hours, but she got a lot of stuff in that car. Yeah, she needs a F-150 or 250, whatever, with a rear end truck, cab, because that woman had some stuff up in that car. And I was watching that fried rice with the shrimp. I was ready to come through the screen for that. That looks so good. Yep, that's right, Barb. So everybody say hello to the retired gardener. Welcome her. I think that's a female. Her into our gardening club. And the retired gardener I meet here every Thursday night at 7 Eastern Standard Time. And all these gardeners that you see in here now, there's dropping their channels. They have a wealth of information. Not everybody is just strictly gardeners. They have other skills. Some of them are crafters. Some of them are nurses. Some of them are in finance. Some of them are in mental health. Some of them are artists. Some of them are actually farmers. Some of them are new gardeners, just like yourself. Some of them only been in here a year or so. But if you ever go watch some of these people's videos, oh, they're just absolutely fabulous. I mean, you look at the layout that they have for their gardens. I was talking to who was I talking today? Gigi, Gina. And we were talking about how that was the first time I saw TT's garden. I'm so used to her canning and what have you on the inside, and to see her garden for the first time, it was just phenomenal. That TT has such a nice yard. And it just amazes me how a lot of our new gardeners are people who have already been on the scene, but they haven't actually gardened. For instance, the motivational geek, he didn't garden before. He's gardening now. Miss T with the T. She didn't garden before, but she's gardening now. So we always have new people with other skills that's coming into our gardening community, and they are flourishing by leaps and bounds. And we hope that they never get discouraged or they never give up. Even when you have failures, you don't give up. I have plants to die. And I'm like, oh well, no big deal. And you just keep dropping seeds. It's just like Stacy had what he called his black depot, where he has his orange cups and solo cups, and he constantly dropping seeds. Like Tina, Miss Linda, she always have a growing table where she's constantly dropping seeds in that, and then she places those cups in the areas where she's going to plant those seeds and seedlings and what have you. So, yeah, don't ever give up. Even with our crazy weather that we're having right now, that's going up and down, you don't stop. They even had me running out there throwing a blanket over my banana tree because I didn't want the frost to nip it. So yeah. You see, you have so much to learn. Yes, I'm a sister, newly retired, and I'm so proud of you guys. Well, thank you. I appreciate that little short info. That said a lot right there. And even me at my age, I have a notebook. I can't remember all this stuff. Sometimes my mind comes and goes. So get you a notebook and start writing notes down. And like I said, everybody that's dropping their channels at MSOG, if they're in the same state and zone that you're in, go to their channel, watch their videos. If you like them, subscribe to their channel and contact them. They got emails as well. I need some suggestions, or can you help me do so? These are the most helpful people you ever want to meet. Let me tell you, these ladies and gentlemen has helped me out so much. I have been brought to tears on many occasions. They do it unselfishly. They take their time. They're patient with me. When I get frustrated, they calm me down, and I always get where I need to go. So believe me, this garden community has a wealth of information. You have homesteaders. That's what I couldn't think of. You got homesteaders here. You got farmers. You got just your little regular backyard gardens. You got some people who live in apartments and have a garden. Some of them don't even have balconies. Some of them don't even have a sunny window. They're using grow lights, or they have generators, solar generators, and they have solar panels, and they're using the juice from that to grow. There is no excuse why you can't grow anything, even if you start off small. Like one year you might grow one tomato, and one pepper. Well, one tomato plant might be all you need in regards to your personal supply of fresh vegetables. And then you're able to share, with friends or family or neighbors or whomever you care to share your veggies with, or you can freeze or can dehydrate. I mean, they're coming up with freeze dryers, dehydrators, um, was it water bath canning, regular canners. There's a lot of ways to preserve food for yourself and friends and family if you can't eat it all. We got some awesome folks, and right now they popping videos left and right because people are in different grow zones and they're popping veggies and picking stuff every day, and they're videotaping it. I videotaped about 3 or 4 videos today, so for the next couple of days, you guys will be seeing new stuff that's been popping up. The sprinkle songs. Yeah, okay, everybody's talking back to one another. You just went out buffering. Was I buffering anybody? Or is it your back? Okay. Did I buffer? The pumpkin on a stick not generated. Yeah, okay. All right. So yeah, um, like I said, we have so many people here in this chat. Like FR Humphrey, she and Sifting with Mona comes on late night, and they might be crocheting, you know, doing a blanket for themselves or someone that they know that's in need, or just like to crochet or knit. And we talk about a little bit of this, that, and the other. Like Mike will pop up. Mike, I watched your time lapse video with the peppers. That was too cool, dude. I enjoyed that so much, you know. So yeah, no buffering here. That's what I thought. It would buffer on. You know how it would buffer on my end if it was buffering. All right, that's on your end, whoever that was. Yeah, Mike, that time lapse video was just friggin' awesome. Let's see. Oh yeah, Food by Faith, Shaka. How she was tightening up her fence and how she put that border around the bottom to keep from any kind of critters from digging underneath, getting into the yard. And she's pretty handy. She makes me think of Homestead Heart when she said, I ain't scared to use power tools. A lot of us women aren't scared of power tools. I've been building my own personal raised beds from way back. Okay. Um, I can't do a lot of stuff now like I used to. I kind of miss building and what have you, but I need to have somebody with me when I do that because it's some stuff gets just a little heavy for me. Start. Oh yeah, sifting with soil. Put her seeds, started to work, grow tons. Oh yeah. She ain't called sifting with soil for nothing. I'm just trying to get her to see her to grow a Meyer lemon tree because she kill everyone she get. Grace Grimes. Hey, hon. Thank you for stopping in this evening. Make sure y'all hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. What you say? You learned a lot from these channels. I started with 2 tomatoes in 2021, and I am eating from my garden every day. I could not harvest cucumbers. Now I'm getting cukes every day, thanks to all of you. Oh, well, thank you, Backyard Gardener Flow 2021. We appreciate that testimony there. We don't always hear about stuff. You hear a lot of gardeners who start out, they get discouraged and they drop out, and you don't hear from them anymore. And then you got some that have come in and they become trolls because they feel that they are complete failures and that folks who are successful in gardening um, is somewhat like a troublemaker. So it doesn't make sense, but you just keep trying. You just don't give up just because it doesn't work out the first time. They're they are fun to do, but take months. Of course, I got a 6 month time lapse of the bell pepper next Thursday. Ooh, can't wait to see that. Oh my, oh my goodness. You got everybody all jelly now because they waiting to see that. Oh, the anticipation can be just overwhelming. Um, when you first start out gardening and your crops don't grow the way you want. Like right now, I'm feeling a little deflated because our weather's crazy. I'm ready for my okra to get down, my tomatoes and cucumbers and melons and what have you. But at 58 degrees, it ain't gonna happen, And they're not talking about warm weather for another couple of weeks here. So if things start to grow, they're going to be doing it at a lot slower pace because a lot of these plants I actually have out here and trying to produce are warm weather crops, and the weather is anything but warm. But I get discouraged for a hot minute, but then I say in a minute it's gonna rain and everything's gonna take off and I'm gonna be okay. So I was like, okay, you getting bent out of shape for nothing because you act like this is the first time this has ever happened and it won't be the last. So I get encouraged by watching everybody else. My garden might not be the most prolific right now, but I enjoy what I see everybody else doing and how well that they're putting forth an effort to really enjoy their gardens. Like I'm really into watching um, Asia and the Yellow Door and Beauty in the Garden Tea. I mean, their gardens is just awesome. And I'm really enjoying watching Led transform from his house in South Carolina to moving to Freedom Acres. How he's gradually breaking down the chicken coops and moving plants and uh, I watched those two. There's two different nights of the bees that he had to go and rescue, and how he's moving them over to Freedom Acres. So I'm really enjoying the series of his transformation from the house to Freedom Acres. Um, I really enjoy watching Ann Dale making her pictures of different arts for her chickens. And then I was watching the other day where she was planting marigolds around. It looked like okra in her garden, and how that her husband was putting in the stakes for her tomatoes and what have you. So everybody has a plan going right now. I want to work over in my garden, but right now, due to I have like casts on my legs, and I really can't get around as well as I would like. So I'm doing a lot more gardening on my porch up here than I am over in the lot because it's just a little bit too much. My okra keeps dying off. I'm going to keep dropping seeds until something sticks. That's right, G Mama. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't succeed the first time, what they say, try again. Eventually you get it right. Hey, CP family. Garden, what's that? Farming. Hey, good evening. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you coming in and saying hello to me. Make sure you hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. Will be greatly appreciated. Yep. So, said Miss Shirley, I started my garden this year on my upstairs balcony. I put a grow light on my back porch at night. It doesn't get a lot of sun. Okay, but see, you know how to supplement your light. You know that you're not getting enough light, but you know what to do in order to supplement it. So you became mindful that you weren't going to stop growing just because you didn't have the sunshine you needed. So you did what you had to do. And I'm quite sure you will be happy with the results because you're being diligent about keeping things growing. Uh, who else? Oh, also about Led. I was watching him about that keto bread, how, he's trying to really slim down. How he was working along there for a while with Miss T with the T about no meat for 7 days. About the waffles, the recipe for the waffles that Lady Led has come up with so that no sugar and no flour. I do believe there was different kinds of flours. Ooh, excuse me. In order to make these waffles organic. Uh, let's see. I also talked about people who was buying land. How to be careful that there's scammers out here. To be careful of that as well. Um, Oh, I actually watched Blind Guy and his wife and their life about eating healthy today. Yeah. There's a lot of people out here trying to get into eating healthy because they're finding out that eating healthy has alleviated a lot of other issues with allergies and stomach issues, um, digestive issues like heartburn and what have you. So when you eat right, it eliminates a lot of stuff because out of our guards, because a lot of that stuff is coated in the stores and it's also processed. But when you eat it raw, you get the full value of the nutrients and they seem to neutralize whatever else is going on in your system. So yeah, that's why I like the Aero Garden seed starter. Makes seed starting easy. Yeah. Okay. But is it easy, Mike, when you transfer from being in the water into putting it in the ground? Because I was watching Shaka and she was saying how a lot of the ones she took out of her arrow garden, she put it in her that garden tower that she has. Some things make it and some things don't. So I was wondering, plants that you take that's been growing basically in water, once you put them in dirt, do they have a problem acclimating from one to another? Are they slow to root and catch up, or are they stunted in growth? So, Mike, drop me an answer in there regarding that question, please. Would you say I love watching everyone's garden? I only have 5 months of growing season. It could be snowing here, and I just watch you all. It brings my heart joy. But Sammy Joe, I'm the same way. I'm in Ohio, but I'm in upper north. Like Gina is almost 10 degrees warmer where she lives in Ohio than it is up here. And sometimes she has her potatoes and her fruit trees start blossoming and what have you before we even get that heat. Like she was talking about it's going to be in the 80s all week for her, and it's only going to be in the 70s here, but it really hasn't even reached that. So it depends on what part of the state you live in. I got a late start gardening this year. We're getting it in. Yeah, I'm getting a late start too, but I'm not gonna, stop just because this crazy weather. If I have to put my little covers over my plants and add plastic, like a little miniature greenhouse to help give them the heat and the humidity that they need to get started, and hopefully that I don't have to fight with the raccoons and stuff snatching them off like they did last year, I might have a fighting chance. And this is why I'm growing a lot of stuff up on my porch this year, because I know that if I put it over in the lot, it's not going to last overnight. Yeah. Got to step away from the chat for a while, but we'll be listening here in the background. That's fine, son. Do what you got to do. Handle your business, Psalms. Thank you for stopping in. Like I said, I saw you earlier when you said first, and then I didn't see you when I started up the chat, so I said she probably had to go. So, but thank you for stopping in. African Dreamer saying hello to everybody. Did you want something, Annie? What? Yeah, what is it you want? Huh? Yeah, well, I'm on my live right now. You all right? Yeah, you okay? You got fresh water and food. Thank you. All right. She's let me know she was good and she went on outside. You all share out, Miss Cheryl. Thank you. Thank you, African Dreamer. I greatly appreciate that. That's why I'm growing my own apples. The store-bought apples made my son's mouth and face itch from that coating. Yeah, yeah. And you know what, G Mama Grows, that's another thing. When you bring your fruit home, let it soak in apple cider vinegar for at least, I let mine sit for like 10 minutes to kind of break down that coating that's on the outside of it, and rinse them and wash them and really hand dry them so that whatever was on them can bring it in, because I do like apples. And right now I was out there and I looked at my apple trees, and my honey crisp is loaded. It got so many apples on it. I was like, my peach, one of my peach trees is loaded. The other one only got a couple of them. That last frost kind of nipped some of them. And I got a few apples on my pink lady. The deer got to my cherry tree. They not only ate all the blossoms, for the ones that started turning into cherries, they ate that and the leaves too. So I waited 2 years for this bush to finally blossom, and it did. And the deer got to it before I covered it. So now I'm learning that as soon as I see stuff on there, I come right back to the yard and get coverings and put it over, because if I see it, the deer didn't saw it, and they will be ready to snatch it overnight. Yeah, they can't get to my peaches because I got bird netting all over them. You can see where they tugged at it, but they couldn't get it off. So I might get my peaches, and I got Irish spring hanging from the branches on my honey crisps, so they kind of stay away from that. Yeah. Uh, guava, y'all. I have only my apple crisp tree. It's the only thing that's in the ground. The rest of them are in 17-gallon laundry tubs. You plant the plants in a hole in heavy water so the water stays around them. Once adults fill in around the stem. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I have too much problems with deer and stuff to put them in the ground. When I can group all my plants together, I can throw a big net over them, and that kind of saves some of them. Not unless a raccoon goes up under the cover and climb up a tree. Then there's not a whole lot I can do about it. But as you saw, that I had that groundhog trapped in my rain barrel, so I do have Wild Kingdom over here, and it's a fight because the yards over here are pretty much open. They're not fenced in, so therefore you can just walk in and walk out. You know, whether you're two legs or four legs. Four-legged ones have been pretty decent over here over the years. If they know it's my garden, and they will knock on my door, or if they see me working in the yard, they ask me, when something's ready, let them know, and I do. And I hunt them down and find them and give them whatever veggies that they had requested earlier before they started growing. So they're pretty good about the two-legged ones staying out of there. But them four-legged animals, it's like a smorgasbord to them. It's like, Golden Corral. You pick up a tray and just go from spot to spot. Squash disappear, melons disappear. Some certain, not all tomatoes, but certain tomatoes, they even scratch at my peppers. But when they find out they like the habaneros and jalapenos, they leave them alone. They'll scratch up a couple of them, but then they don't bother them anymore. They eat my okra down to the ground. They ate my Jamaican sorrel down to the ground. They don't mess with my ginger, and they don't mess with the turmeric. But the fruit and the other veggies, yeah, I have problems with. Oh, and they will scratch and knock my cucumbers off the vine. Some of them don't like cucumbers. Raccoons, I find out, do not like cucumbers. There's something about them that they don't like. But the deer don't have a problem with knocking them around. Yeah. I have a net over mines on my porch. Yeah. I used to have problems with raccoons coming up on the porch. One time I caught 8 raccoons on my porch. They were climbing up the drain pipe up the side of the house and coming over, and they was ripping out my flowers out my flower boxes, looking. I don't know what they was looking for, but they didn't find it here. Nikki, hey baby, these people I live with had the nerve to be hungry and want some dinner. Oh, it's called husband and kids, Nikki. Y'all all live in the same house. Yeah, I think I would be feeling pretty much the same way about it. Like, Mom, what's for dinner? Oh, yeah, yeah. So I would, how do you say? I would be feeling some kind of way. Like, Mom, I'm hungry. Yes, indeedy. Oh, that's funny, Nikki. You got jokes. I don't think the rest of them like it, but you got jokes. Oh, spaghetti with meat sauce. All righty. Yeah. Yesterday, um, I was at a friend of mine, her mom passed away. We were at the repast, and the place they had him at was like a senior center, but they had the party room that they had rented, and they had all these bags of food in this first room that you had to pass through, and come to find out that they had what they call it, excuse me, like a food truck day. And all the residents in the building had already got their bags, and they was like, take a bag, take two, take as many as you want. They had so much surplus. So I took a bag, and it had rolls and sweet potatoes in it. It had red peppers. It had yellow squash. It had green zucchini squash. It had rice. It had a can of carrots, a can of some kind of beans, some raisins and stuff. It had quite a bit in that bag. So I was like, "Ooh, yeah." So I had some chicken strips, and I was like fajita style, and I was like, I could take this red pepper and slice it up, and slice some onions up, and saute them down, and take one of them buns, and that was dinner. It was good. And I had a half of a salad left over, and I just throw that on the side. So I'm good and full. Normally I have to normally wait till afterwards, but not today. I ate real good today. And I'm drinking even better. The wine is good though. Tasty. Let's see. I'm getting the gnats again. I didn't have gnats. I had finally got rid of the gnats. As soon as I bought that bag in, now I got gnats again. I was like, really? So I'm gonna I got an empty glass jar, and I'm gonna put some apple cider vinegar in it with a little dishwashing liquid and some sugar. And I found out that works pretty good for the gnats around here. So I always put two. I put one in the living room, and I put one in the kitchen. Yeah, so that'll be all right. I think the only reason they in here bugging me now because I'm drinking this wine. Because they hadn't been no gnats. I hadn't seen any gnats all day. As soon as I poured the wine, they kind of popped up. So I figured wine and vinegar pretty much comes from the same source. So they just got attracted to it. But as long as they stay out of it, it's all good. I'm gonna try to drink it all before they really find it located. Let me see if I got something to stick on top of it. I do. And guess what it is, y'all? She stays with me all the time. I'm gonna sit there all the time. Ain't Dilly? You do real good. They're real good. Hey, oh hey everybody. Is that my girl there, Gina? And Gina, you know what? After all that work we did, it popped up on my phone and not on my laptop. I couldn't believe it. As soon as I turned my phone on, it popped in. Gina was helping me do a streamline so that y'all could drop in at the bottom. I don't think it's at the top. I can see it on my phone, but I can't see it on my laptop. So in case somebody wanted to come up and talk with me for a minute, I just dropped my glasses. I can't hear without them. My mom used to say that. I be talking to my mom, and she used to say, hold up, let me put my glasses on so I can hear what you're saying. I'm like, what your glasses got to do with your ears? Oh, I thought my mom was the only one like that. Oh my goodness. Gee, mama, you just silly. That's hilarious. Oh, what, and you got to see your words? I mean, like, can you be a little more specific? You need your glasses so you can see what you're saying? Yeah, okay. What you say, Mike? I see it. Mike, why don't you ever drop in? I mean, you ain't got to put the camera on. You flash that hand and let me know it's you, but come up and say hello, say a few things, because you are a wealth of information. And I do enjoy watching your videos, especially when you get a mail call and you show all the different seeds that you get. Now, everybody who knows you we know how you like your tomatoes and we know how you like your peppers. And now we have seen you branch out with squash and and you always have a boatload of herbs of all different kinds. And you've even done videos showing how to you cook with your herbs, how you go and harvest everything and then lay it all out on the counter there and cook from it. So um, we appreciate you. It's like you like Tina. When Tina go out in her garden outside and grab some Tigger melons and some other herbs and onions and what have you, and saute everything down and make her lunch, and then to watch you go into another room. You don't even leave out the house and grab your veggies and herbs and go in there, and whether you cooking something for you for a lunch or dinner, or you cooking something that your wife likes, it's amazing. Oh, y'all say it's at the top. Okay, well, somebody hit Streamline and come on down. I like to see somebody come down and come up and talk with us and see what's going on. Shawnee, what's up? 2003. Got one of those bug zapper lights turned off every night in your house, and they should be. Oh yeah, I have one. It's in the hallway. It's in the hallway. It's pinned to the top, Miss Shirley. Okay, all right. Well, G Mama, drop yourself in there. Somebody be bold enough. Hey, Diversity Love, thank you for stopping in this evening. If everybody can see where it says StreamYard and you can drop in and come up, who's gonna be the first on the regular? Because Mona and them was on the first one. So let's get some other folks to come up in here and talk a little bit about their garden, their life. Hey, Robin, thank you for stopping in. Rainbow open. Yeah. So come on in, drop in the bottom of the house. I'll bring you up, see what you got to say. Gina, come on up. Did Broke Ease on up out of here? Because I know he was in here for a hot minute. He had something to say on everybody else's life. He ain't got nothing to talk about. I don't have a hot topic about sex, love, and the household chicken. So therefore, he don't want to come in. Is that CC? Because that's who that look like.
It's not CC.
Then she got about it. And I see Jeanette.
Hey, Janet.
Hey, hi, ladies. How are you this evening? Thank y'all for being bold.
Hey, everybody in the chat. I've been seeing y'all comment. Yeah. But I was thinking. So I'm turning my camera off, but I'll be talking. Oh. I'm eating food.
Oh, okay. All right. So how you ladies doing this evening?
Doing fine.
Yeah. Hey, TT. I see you just slid in here. All righty. How's the hubby doing, Jeanette?
He's doing fine. We're getting ready to go on a trip for my birthday this weekend.
Oh, awesome. Happy birthday.
Where you going?
To the animal safari over at Pine Mountain, Georgia.
Ooh. All right. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my.
Not quite, but giraffes and all kinds of things that we don't usually see here.
All right, Gina.
You drive through.
Okay, that sounds almost like
stupid and drive your own vehicle. I'll have a video. I hope I put up sometime next week.
Gina, are you ready for this next one?
What up, Broke?
Hey, Janet, how you doing? Hey, Gina, how you doing?
Doing fine. I actually need your help. I'll have to send you some pictures. I have tomato bugs.
Send me the picture, Janet. We'll work it out. Look, if I can't get it, I know a whole bunch of people know a lot more than I do. Either way, we'll get it knocked out. Just email me. I got
you. Okay.
What? You gonna say you don't know, bro?
It's some things I know and some things I don't. I'm not afraid to ask for help. That some of my greatest gardening triumphs came through people helping me out. So you know how it is. Trying to be more humble in my old age. And matter of fact, Miss Shirley, I had to take a business phone call. When I got back, I heard you talking trash about me. Come on, Shirley, come on. What was that all about?
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
When I came back, say, "Oh, he be on everybody else live." What?
Well, you do.
That's look. No, that's just the first thing I heard when I came back. I'm like, Charlie.
You do. I was like, okay, he be on everybody else's. Like, oh, look, no, she did go. She went and got her crown.
First off, I'm gonna be real humble today. I know you want to bring the bad broke out, but the bad broke is done for the day.
Oh, broke. She just said in your face. Okay, she wasn't even on camera with it when she first jumped up in there. It's just
y'all ain't getting them but the good
when it got
today.
her crown and said, "See this?
Oh, this thing. Oh, sorry,
Broke. She just told you to stay in your lane, boo."
Look, I'm trying to get my light right, but it ain't about the light. It's all about the good, bro.
What you say? Walk to the light? You say no?
Can't, Gina. I know what you're trying to do, Gina, but what you can't do is throw me off the task at hand, which is me winning all these competitions. I'm not only winning Watermelon Wars. I'm also going to win. I think what Homestead Heart had. Cushaw competition. I'm gonna win that too. And I'm gonna win the sunflower award. So
I don't got no sunflower.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
I heard that sunflowers attract them beetles. That's why I didn't grow none.
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna put them in the far. First off, I'm gonna get them from my garden because if the birds like them, they're gonna be in your garden eating everything. So I'm gonna put them all on the other side of the yard. Yeah. Y'all go over there and play with them. I'm not putting them next to my plant.
Hey, you bro. Hey, baby girl. I was sitting there laughing, talking about watching you with your tomatoes in your arrow garden. How that you just a beast with that arrow garden. I was like, you giving GT and Mike some competition there on that arrow garden, girl. You got it going on.
Speaking of competition.
Oh Lord, see, didn't nobody even bring that up. Okay, come on with it.
Now I'm the bad guy when Gina came out with the crown. She knew what she was doing when she brought the crown out. I'm just saying, it is no competition, no matter what. Look, if y'all make up a cockroach competition and say whoever get the biggest cockroach, I'm gonna win that also. Winning
that one you can have.
I don't think you're gonna have too much competition.
Yeah, he's gonna win that one.
I think you're gonna be on your own on that one, bro.
I'm just saying I'm a competitive person by nature. I don't know what it is. It's just in me.
We never figure that out.
And people like Gina like to bring out the bad, bro. But you can't bring out the bad, bro. It's nothing but the good, bro. You know what I mean?
Too.
What'd you say? Diversity. Put it back on. Be the queen.
That's why I put it back on.
She say it's cute. Yeah, I gotta figure. Wait a minute, Jeanette, is your bangs blue?
Yes, they are.
Now,
just the front.
Lord. Wait a minute, look, Burger King put his crown on.
Oh, I'm Burger King, but Gina is a queen. I'm just saying, you know what they say. I don't know why.
She double crowned you, bro. You can't do that.
Never poke the bear.
I've already been shopping for my crown when I win.
Gina, don't poke the bear, Gina. Gina, don't poke the bear, Gina. Cause when you poke the bear, it be on and popping, and you don't even be knowing.
It's already on and popping. Watermelon Wars been started.
Ooh, hey Odom, glad to see you made it in this evening.
Man, this crown looks good on me.
Hey Odom, the way they acting tonight, I'll be at your channel confessing about my whole life tonight.
So Shirley, are you gonna join Watermelon Wars?
Well, not with the weather I'm having.
Don't worry about that weather. You got all the way to January the 1st. Janet in also, ain't you, Janet?
Yep, and mine's going to be the smallest because we have two in my house. I didn't buy a watermelon that makes large, so.
And you never know. Sometimes the watermelon surprise you. They will surprise you.
That would be nice.
But I mean, I'm gonna win, so everybody can be okay with second place. Everybody can't be in first. Be okay that you're not winning. You're not a winner. Of course, I'm gonna win the competition, and it's gonna be on and popping as always. I'm gonna be the king of the crown.
No, that's not real. Because if it was, it would turn his head green.
Of course, it's not.
I mean, I'm not saying nothing bad about the other competitors. I mean, but you're not winners. Second, there's nothing wrong with being in second place.
Wait a minute. Who told you
Well,
we not
you know
winners?
what,
Where you come up with that from? See, now you
Miss
talking
Shirley-
out the side of your neck.
Miss Shirley, I actually have to agree with Broke, and nobody would know better that there's nothing wrong with second place than Broke. Because if y'all saw last year's watermelons that were grown between, the people that are within this panel, y'all would know that somebody had a watermelon 1 pound larger than the other somebody. So,
Broke,
Yes, ma'am.
you ain't winning.
First off, Miss Shirley, in all walks of life, they have rules that you abide by to keep things fair. Now, in everything you do, is a little fairness involved in it. So if
You
you
ain't
put,
fair. When have you been fair? When they had, who was that? Hands in the Dirt was talking about growing watermelons. He decided he jump in because he always growed the small ones. So he decided to throw his hat in the ring. And then this other guy that I had never seen before, he jumped in there. Yeah, saying that he wants to get into the watermelon war. And then you
Lioncrest
out the bushes to join the watermelon war.
I was like, everybody out.
I was like, what is you, Hitler? You just bringing out everybody out to come against you. They coming at you. They coming at you.
But it's fair though. It's really fair because if you think about it, when Michael Jordan played basketball, of course everybody wanted to go against the GOAT, the greatest of all time. So if you got the greatest watermelon grower of all time, of course you want, or Kobe, of course you want to test your skills against the best. It's only natural. Whether it's gardening, basketball, football, or whatever, you always want to test yourself against greatness. And me being that greatness is well understood.
And if you don't win this year, you just remember how much it weighed this year, and next year you grow one bigger, so you're beating yourself the next year when it comes around again.
And Janet, you couldn't be more right. I had the biggest one last year, so I'm only competing with myself this year. Last one was 23 pounds.
In your dreams. No, you didn't. You didn't have the biggest one. You thought you had the biggest one.
Well, technically,
ain't no well to it. Either you do or you don't.
Wait a minute.
You may have to do a video just of the rules for the watermelon war so everybody can watch it and keep it straight.
Yes, and if you are interested in watching it, you can type in hashtag watermelon wars, click on the hashtag, and watch maybe second place Gina make some videos.
Y'all should watch it anyway. It's fun time over there. Everybody, a lot of people doing it. Even if they're not growing what they consider to be large varieties, it's gonna be fun no matter what.
Oh yeah, and everybody's a winner in the end. And hopefully everybody's watermelon is.
Because we all gonna be eating watermelon, bro.
Right? Yeah, people who never grew watermelons before are learning to grow them now. So that's just adding more to their food list. And watermelon has so many excellent properties.
Right.
Especially if you're a person that have problems with dehydration, watermelon is a perfect source of water.
But Miss Shirley, they're not winners. Let's don't start that. They're not winners. They're not winners.
If they get to eat their watermelon at the end of this challenge, how was they a loser?
Well, they win in that aspect, but in the competitional aspect.
Watch your words. Watch your words.
In the competitional aspect, they are not winners. It can only be one. Jet Li made a whole movie about it. Only one.
I started from seed. I never grown one. You know what, TT? I was so proud of you when I saw your yard. I was jelly. I was like, look at this girl's backyard, and she ain't been growing back here. I was like, what is wrong with her?
You know what? TT Urban Pantry got a big yard, and Unbiased got a big yard.
Yes, TT got a big yard. Analytic Gardener, the answer to your question is no. The largest was 24 pounds. Secondly, actually, that's not even true either. The largest on this within this stream was 24 pounds.
Hey, Bias. Hey, baby girl.
I actually saw one larger in our community that we all know.
Okay, first off, the most fair way to have a watermelon competition is you cut the watermelon, you don't cut the video. You see the zero on the scale, because anybody can put a watermelon on the scale and put some weights on the backside and say I won. I mean, it's got to have some rules to it.
Put 1 pound weight on my watermelon. Is that what you're trying to say?
If you want to win,
I don't have 1 pound.
Oh, shade.
I got 24-pound watermelons.
Well, I tell you what, Gina, since everybody know the rules and we know the fair play of it, it should be no excuses this year, right?
No excuses.
Well,
that is what I want you to drill into yours.
I dropped 12
no excuses, sir.
First off, I'm not even competing against y'all. I'm just competing against myself. I'm trying to get 30 pounds. 30 pounds.
If we believe you ain't competing against us, we're crazy.
Tori, don't give him that title. I know he had it. He showed it on his screen, but that don't mean that you carried on. And Tori, if you're not growing watermelon, stay out of this.
Miss Shirley, pull that comment up. Miss Shirley, pull that comment up.
Y'all need to see it.
I can't see it.
No.
Y'all need to see it.
No.
Hold on, let me see if I can.
For what? Your head is big enough as it is. I ain't trying to blow it up like a balloon. What's wrong with you?
Hold on, let me find. Tori say broke farmer, AK watermelon warrior. I saw it.
No, boo.
He called me watermelon warrior.
Tori don't know no better.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it, man.
Tori,
I mean,
it's getting out of hand.
This is getting out of hand.
Some people are great at what they do, Shirley. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. You know,
because I'm
stay in his lane. Stick to
I got four watermelons out there right now, at least 5 pounds. At least.
That's all they're gonna weigh.
That's a start.
5 pounds. Yeah.
I'm just putting it out there. You know. I don't want to give y'all too much hope.
Behind yours, but they ain't gonna be behind yours. How about that? They gonna be
and as they say, because they 5 pounds a piece. What that mean?
I'm probably gonna be a winner. And Gina was telling the truth for a change.
Not absolutely.
Look, Gina was telling the truth for a change. She said her watermelon behind mine. They always will be.
It is because
they'll catch up and pass. They'll catch up and pass.
They won't. Miss Shirley, you are honest lady. Please don't lie for Gina. Miss Shirley, you are
we in the same state.
Look, he even brought Maureen out. She did a little short today. Like it's on.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
Even juicing with Jay and Callie said he didn't jump up in there, and he had a crown on his head in his picture. I was like, look at you. Jay was like.
So let's everybody go. Let's everybody go to Party City and get a crown to be in second place. Let's do that.
I got a hat that says princess. I'll have to find it.
Look. And Johnny, you are a princess, but just not at Watermelon Awards. That's all.
Oh, no, not being my first year ever growing a watermelon.
But Janet, you might fool yourself. It might become bigger than you think.
It's already become bigger than you think.
That will be up to God.
Actually, the biggest watermelon belongs to God. You got that right, Psalms. We can plant water all day long, but he makes the sun shine and gives the increase. All the earth is his and the fullness therefore. And I've always said there's only one master gardener. I don't care what the chorus says itself, but there's only one master gardener. We're just peons keeping what we got here on earth going.
And sometimes he puts his favor on certain peons.
Yeah, but you ain't it.
They asked me one time, was I ain't even go there.
I was like, see, you so full of yourself, you can't even stop.
Look, I was gonna go there. I'm not going there with y'all.
You can't even stop. He was on a roll. He wanted to really tell that story. He had to go.
I had to hold Miss Shirley. It was too much for Miss Shirley. I was like, I can't do that.
Look, I got something nice and new growing. I started seeds for it. Thank you, G Mama. I'm not gonna share what it is yet. I'm gonna share it on the video later.
Oh, now y'all working together to win?
It ain't watermelon. It's not watermelon.
Cushaw sunflowers?
It's not. I just told you I don't have Cushaw. I have sunflower seeds, but I'm not growing sunflowers.
What's a Cushaw?
Bro, let me drop this on you and everybody in the chat. I checked my email today. I got a sponsor who reached out to me. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I'm going to do a video when I get it.
Oh, a whole bunch of y'all working together to try to overthrow me. Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't know that's how you. And Miss Shirley, man, you better than that. I can't believe you got somebody teaming up to try to beat me. Come on.
No, wait a minute. You was all right until you put that watermelon warrior on there. I was like, wait a minute. And when we fighting over watermelons, I thought we was just growing them. Okay, now you become a warrior.
It's a real competition out here.
It's a real watermelon competition. I would have a 50-pound watermelon.
Level.
I would have a 50-pound watermelon this year.
I doubt it, but I come to win.
I like the man said, I believe it when I see it. When you zero out that scale and put it on there with your feet off to the side, so you ain't actually tipping the scales just a little bit. Okay?
And it could be 50 pounds. Mine would be 51.
Miss Shirley, now understand now, I'm a smart guy. I would never come up with a competition I couldn't win. I didn't think I was going to win. Let's start there. You think I would start Watermelon Wars? I wasn't going to win? Gina.
Thank you, CC.
You think you're going to win. Only God knows.
Ro, what's up, baby girl? You slid in here on me. Didn't see you there for a minute. Glad I caught it. And I didn't say hello to Good Eats either. I'm sorry if I missed you. Good evening. Thank you so much for stopping in. Master Gardener, true source of abundance. That's right. There's only one. We just peons who are privileged to be on this earth to keep whatever we got going, growing. Because without him, none of this would grow.
And the analytic gardener says shots fired. Analytic gardener is no shots fired. It's
it was analytic gardener. You told her right, and we throwing shade too. Okay.
No, it's not even a BB
outside, so they throwing shade. What?
I'm like Captain Planet out here in this watermelon garden. Don't even worry about it.
What?
Captain Planet.
He's a hero.
No, don't sing. Don't sing.
Gonna take pollution.
Stop.
I hated that cartoon when my kids were little. I hated that show.
I think every parent has a show that they hated when their kids were little. I hated Barney with my oldest and my youngest.
Oh my God, my granddaughter. I still have Barney in my bedroom right now on my bed. Oh my God. Oh,
Captain Planet was the man.
Yeah.
That was my role model.
Mess. That's okay.
We gotta give him a hard time, Shani.
Oh, wait a minute. Tori talking about Team Watermelon Warrior. Oh, man.
Team Watermelon Warrior.
You got one supporter. It's like being at the game.
He's showing out.
Your mom's supporting you.
Yeah, he's showing out. Look at him.
Hey, Veggie Farm.
Yeah. It was too much for him. Oh, hey, Veggie Farm. How are you, sweetheart? Veggie, I love your garden. Your garden is the bomb too, girl. You got some stuff up in there.
Everybody is
walking in there. Oh
here.
Man! Oh yeah, we forgot about David. Yeah, but Veggie, when you walk through your garden and show it, I just love it. I mean, these sisters up in here got some serious gardens going on. You know what I'm saying?
I'm loving everybody's garden.
Oh my goodness! Yes. Y'all just make my heart just go. I get jealous. I was like, man, about 30 years ago, I used to be like this. I had the energy. Now that I'm older, I can't pick up bags of soil and mulch, and I can't bend over too long, and I can't sit too long, and it's just a hot mess. Like right now, both my legs and feet, let's see if they can see this. You see this? I wrapped up all the way to my knees on both legs, and the only shoes I can wear is these nice, cute, fashionable ones. So I can't bend down. If I bend down, I can't get up. So it kind of limits me on how much gardening I can do. And so I get a little upset. And when I do that, I just come in, I start watching everybody else's videos and enjoy them. You know, like right now, I should have my feet propped up because my feet is going like this. They tingling, but they'll be all right. In a minute, I'm going to take my drugs and I'm going to be good for the night.
Diversity, love. I thought you was in our age bracket. Are you younger? She says she's never heard of Captain Planet.
Oh, for real?
I'm not that old, I don't think.
Yeah, Odom. Yeah, it is some nice guy. Odom, you got a nice one too. What are you talking about? I know when you on there, I hear you singing. Yeah, G Mama.
Did you see his latest video? He got a new member in his garden. He got a new plant.
No, I haven't had a chance. It's so many videos out here. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. I'll go check it. But it's so many videos. I mean, I can be up 24/7 and never see the same video
You're
twice.
Right.
And every time I finish, I go back to the beginning again, and somebody just dropped one 18 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, I thought I caught up on everybody until I started. Once I thought I got to the end and was coming back around for round 2, and I see somebody else didn't drop videos. So someone I missed, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. So that's why I have my notebook so I can write down what I've seen. And before I turn around, it's more stuff coming up in there. Oh, Janet's gone. Okay. Yeah. So TT, where you at? You still in here? You done left out. Tori, you can come on up here.
Jenny said, I'm not that old. I'm not.
Oh,
I am
older. Wait a minute. He's back. He just said he in the basement.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, first off, look at Miss Shirley. Let me holler at you for a minute now.
Oh, I'm listening. Come on with it.
It's a couple things. Now, first off, all the hate you and Gina were doing knocked my internet out. Then I started in the basement and you didn't bring me up. And then, Shirley, you got the excuse talking about your legs and you can't grow no watermelon. We don't want no excuses, Shirley. Shirley.
No Until they take these off, I can't walk up in my garden.
I ain't no excuse. I ain't no excuses. Shirley, you got to get out there and get it now.
How am I get it? I'm having problems just getting down the stairs. What is you talking about?
I don't know. Get you a wheelbarrow where you can roll it to you and put the trees in there, man.
Look at. Wait a minute. You made me come out my jacket. Now I didn't got.
Come on out the jacket, Shirley. I'm just saying.
I can't do that. If I could do that, I would be all right. I wouldn't have nothing to complain about. But I went out there early and I tripped over a pebble. I was like, no, I can't do this. I was
now you can say that to people who ain't never met you, because remember now when we saw our family expo,
I didn't have these on my leg when I went to Savannah.
Wait a minute now, Shirley. That first day you had a cane.
And my feet was swollen in.
And then on day 2, I think Saturday, you were doing the Tootsie Roll. Now I said, God darn, Shirley, where you cane at? I don't know. I said, look at here now. Wait a minute.
On Saturday, I was pumped up with so many pain pills. Y'all wouldn't have known the difference. I wasn't feeling nothing.
God darn, Shirley, Tootsie Rolling out there. I said, look at you, Shirley.
I wasn't feeling jack. I was 3 sheets in the wind on pain pills, believe me.
But we had a ball.
I thought they weren't gonna let me fly because my ankles and feet were swollen in. I tried to keep them covered so y'all really couldn't see them. And Quinn, she was upset with me talking about, are you supposed to be out here? I was like, if I had to go in the hospital when I go back, I want to say I had a chance to enjoy myself before they put me in there. So
we had a ball of them.
Oh,
we had
man.
a ball.
Gina, let me tell you, that one night, that Saturday night, it was broke. Myself, Quinn, and Crystal, a whole new perspective. We wore Wet Willies out.
Yelling Cold Bill. Shots out the best yet, Johnny. Holly Cold Bill all the way through.
Woo. Well, I was that Friday night when we sat next to each other in the pizza parlor and we had our first cold beer together.
Cold beer.
And it was good too. We had so much fun. Oh my
I thought Gina would come, but you know how Gina act funny sometimes.
I was in Vegas. I had a work trip. He got sick.
Thanks, Shiny. We didn't need you to co-sign for him.
I'm hoping that this year I am able to. I was telling Miss Shirley earlier, I'm not counting myself out, but typically we do our work trip in April, but they are talking about possibly not sending us next year, which I'm okay with.
Gina, look, it's okay.
With that, huh?
And it's always in a different state, so I never know what state I'm gonna be in. I've been to Georgia a couple times for these symposiums, but
okay, Gina, whatever. I mean, hey, that's your call. That's your call.
I've never been to Savannah.
Diversity, love, that still doesn't answer the question.
What was that?
Someone asked her how old she was. So she's going all the way around the question.
Gina, how old are you?
Same age as you. I think I'm younger. No, I don't know. I'm 46.
Oh, me too.
Okay.
What experience was that?
You turned 47 this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were a year older because you used to have that year.
You gotta put it out there that I'm older. God, we're the same age now. Why?
I told Aunt Dill, I said, I can't call you Aunt Dilly. I'm older than you.
But you know what? And so I heard you talking to retired gardener. She was new to our gardening community. That's a cool thing. We got people in our gardening community that's all the way from the 30s to almost the 80s, and everybody still get along. That's a trip. You will never find that nowhere else on this planet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not in the garden community.
I love it. I love how this community come together. I love how even with something like watermelon wars, how many people who you ain't seeing posting like that.
Right. Coming out the woodwork, not only out the bushes, out the woodwork, everything else. I heard. But you know what I like about our community, Gina? We all have learned to respect each other so much that we're not looking to push any buttons. We're not looking to put anybody down. We're not looking to shame anybody because they don't know how to garden. There's a lot of us who didn't know how to garden, didn't know the first thing about gardening. I was laughing at between Motivation Geek and Miss T.
Oh, Miss T.
They was pouring a whole pack of seeds in one pot. Y'all was peeling my butt off the
I was
floor.
like, sir, you do know each seed is a plant, right?
But when he sat in the floor and started watering these plants, I said, "Oh, he ain't got no paper towels, no rags, no nothing." I was like, "Where he think this water gonna go?" And I was just like,
but he caught on quick because he got some cucumbers going on.
Oh, but
I think he's close to harvesting, ain't he?
Yeah. But what I like about it is nobody took offense to it. Okay. No. They knew that they was new. They knew that they didn't know what they was doing. But once someone took them up under their wing and told them you only need 2 seeds in a pot, you need more dirt in the pot, so your plants is not stretching for sunlight and stuff, and don't water them every single day, put in there a Sunday when you sat down and you did a step-by-step scenario on how to garden. And they listened to the instructions and they followed the instructions. And now they're showing off their little seeds, breaking up through the pots and stuff, and that they're going to get a chance to have their first harvest ever in their life. And Motivation's got a young child, so he can also teach this child, that next generation, in regards to how to be self-sufficient. So, Miss T with the T, she in here? Yeah.
But it's the same thing. First off, my YouTube channel 3-year anniversary is September. So when I started making videos, of course everybody started out watching Layered Farm. That's what everybody find on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's where a lot of them came from.
But Lady Cheryl, the New Orleans Gardener, Gigi's Naturals, Turf Therapy.
Yeah.
I went in, I watched their videos and I put questions in the comments. All of them answered my question. So shouts out to the garden community because they did it for me. I'm gonna do it for the next set, and we're gonna keep it rolling like that.
Yeah. Well, what do Juicing with Jay say? Each one teach one.
Each.
So that's what. That's all. That's
I love that.
And I think a lot of people got into this business before we knew that T-Nog and Miss Shirley existed. We saw them along the way, but I found Led first. But Led had always promoted, start your own channel, start your own channel, start your own channel. You know, you don't have to listen to everything I say. He's like, do your research. And everybody, that's their biggest pet peeve for most of the folks out here. Quit always asking questions when you can do the research yourself. That's why they make libraries. That's why they make Google. That's why they have other gardeners that everybody knows someone that has a garden.
Right.
Even though they don't garden, they know someone who does. Whether it was your grandmother or your aunt or your uncle or your neighbor or coworker, pick their brains, ask them questions, be proactive. You know, there's more than one way to learn about gardening. And don't always sit there and frustrate yourself when it's totally unnecessary. Like I said, start off small. 1 pepper plant, 1 tomato plant. If you grow that first tomato right, you'll have so many tomatoes, you'll be giving them away because you don't know what to do with them, but you were successful in growing it. So then next year, you might grow a different variety that it's not prolific as that one, but still give you what you want. You know, you start branching out. Like a lot of people, wintertime, they can't wait to get their seed catalogs so they can start ordering stuff and planning for their growing season. So there's always ways and people and resources. Like I said, there is no excuse. There's too many resources out here. You got your extension programs through your county or your state or your city or your universities in your town. All right. You can go to any state on the internet and find their extension program and find out about what plants are native in your territory, in your area, whether it's flowers, fruit, vegetables, whatever. There is ways to find out. And just like I tell people in our chat, drop MSOG. Let people know what state you're in. Let people know what zone you're in. Let them know where your channels is at so they could come and check it out and see what you're growing this time of year. When I was listening to, what was that? Beauty in the Garden, she said, it's not always the zone that you worry about. It's the area that you live in. Because we're all in the same zones, quite a few of us. But our area makes a difference. Because like, Gina, you're 10 degrees warmer where you live than where I live, and we're in the same state.
Well, I mean, even on the street you live on, everybody has a microclimate in their yard.
Oh, I know. Let me tell you, I live at the top of a hill. My sister lives at the bottom. She has stuff growing and blooming down there now, and my stuff is just starting to bud up here. So and she's closer to the lake. So she's getting the warm air off the lake where we might be getting the air off the freeway because we're close to 271, 480. So it does make a difference in regards to where you're locating within your own city. Like TLC on the west side, she's still 5 degrees warmer on the west side than I am here on the east side. So it does make a difference of the area. Like I said, we're on the same zone, but the areas we live in has what you call microclimates. So I understand that, and I've seen it personally. Like I got a girlfriend who lives around the corner from my sister, and her stuff started blooming before my sister's stuff did, and they're in the same neighborhood.
I got a buddy around the corner that successfully grows an avocado outside year round.
Wow. Hey, Duval. I'm sorry, y'all. And Crafty Mom Creations. Thank you.
And Hands in the Dirt. You missed a couple people.
Oh yeah, I did. Well, I was talking, so I'm sorry if I missed
Okay, I know
anybody.
you were talking.
Hello, Stacy, and all you other good folks. If you didn't get a chance to hear conversations, because we dropped some of y'all's names in here in regards to the watermelon wars and how everybody is growing stuff. So, like I said, drop that MSOG. Let folks know your channels and your grow zones so that others can find you in case they have questions. Because we all got questions. I've been gardening for over 65 years, close, yeah, maybe even more. And I tell you, I learned something new from y'all every single day. Like all the different variety of tomatoes and peppers, stuff I've never heard. I never heard of what's that? Crucial? I can't even say it.
Oh, that squash that Brooke said.
And I didn't know about Armenian cucumbers. You know, I didn't know anything about what is that with juice with J? Dragon fruit and all this. I never heard of that stuff growing up. Back in the day, those weren't considered staples in the household. Those was considered luxuries or extras, you know. So I didn't hear of all that stuff growing up. You know, our main staples was like, you know, collards, mustards, turnips, you know, tomatoes, peppers, radishes, you know, beets, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Y'all started talking about this other stuff. I'm like a deer in headlights. I'm like, what? What is that? I never heard of it. You know, I mean, what does it taste like? What does it do? You know, I never knew about kiwi. I knew about apples and oranges and sugar cane and pecans and acorns and stuff like that. But when y'all started going to all, I didn't know nothing about macadamians and all these other nuts and stuff. And I'm like, what? You know, so I'm constantly learning new varieties from different countries and stuff that folks grow here. And I'm just fascinated every time I go into Whole Foods and I look in there and I'm like, what's that? And they look at me like, what? And you don't know what that is? If I knew what it was, I wouldn't be asking you what it is, you know.
But that's the whole reason I grow a lot of stuff. I mean, growing up, how I grew up, you ate what was on your plate.
So hey, Bernie, it's MSOG.
So I say once I get older, I'm gonna eat what I want to eat. But then when I started gardening, I say I'm gonna grow whatever I want. So a lot of stuff I strictly grow it because it's not in my local grocery store. I don't never want to limit myself and say what I can't eat, can and cannot eat. That'll never be a thing with me no more. Even with the fruit trees. If you look at the fruit trees, you can't buy kumquats at the grocery store. You can't buy persimmons at the grocery store. I grow stuff that I can't grow, buy at my local grocery store because I have the power, like Captain Planet, to eat whatever I want in the world, Craig.
That's true.
And my meatwad kumquat is doing rather nice. It's put on a lot of ladies.
I was just talking about kumquats, and because Lydia, I would see them next week. And she was like, y'all want to go to a nursery when we meet up? I was like, don't do that because I'm driving too. Of course I could bring something home.
Hey, let me tell you, I was mad at Quinn when she took me to her favorite nurseries because I stayed that extra day on Monday. My plane didn't leave till 8 o'clock Monday night. And Quinn took me we got up bright and early, went out and had breakfast. And then we started hitting the nurseries. We had Lowe's, we had Home Depot. We hit any place that sold flowers. I was so upset. And she looked at me. She said, what's wrong? I said, I'm on a
plane. The first thing I said was kumquat. And she said, well, can't you buy that at the grocery store? I said, I ain't never seen kumquat. I've never had one. And I said, you know, Broke be growing them. I'm sure I could grow them, but I don't know if you have to take them in or not.
Yep. They cold harder down about 30 until they get super mature. Then you probably can grab
them. They growing out the box. Yeah. There go my man right there growing out the box.
Oh,
you ought to be lucky he married. You ought to be lucky he married because I move out down there.
Now I ain't gonna. Y'all didn't hear this from me. I'm Miss Bonita right now. Y'all ain't hear this from me. But the largest watermelon I saw on these here internets last year was from Spooning with Sunshine's channel, and I think it was like 32 pounds. But y'all ain't hear that from me.
Oh, Spooning with Sunshine. Girl, y'all missed a whole lot. Okay.
I didn't see that video.
Your video to visit your dad's garden.
It's in the archive.
His yard was nice.
No, I went back and watched that video. It was a big video, but it was after my video. So technically, when I made the video, I was telling the truth.
That could be true.
Yeah.
And diversity, love, that is so true. We are not limited. The sky's the limit. Because when I found out that I could grow Meyer lemons, I got 2 of them. And when I found out I can grow figs, I got 4 of them. You know, I found out I can grow bananas. I got 1 big plant, and they all go in the basement. And I bought supplemental lighting for them to get them through the winter. So yeah, you are only limited by your pocketbook and imagination. Other than that, you can pretty much grow anything you want.
Now look, I thought I grew all the cucumbers you can grow last year, and I saw hands in the dirt grow this goddamn Armenian cucumber.
Yeah.
Guess what? I had to have it. I had to have it. I got it this year. It's out there, and I got one on there now. Shouts out to everybody in the garden community for being their own self and contributing a little bit to everybody garden.
Yeah. And what I like about the garden community, not only we get a chance to see what they're growing, it encourages us to show us, like they said, there's no limit. You know, they might be in a colder climate than us and growing stuff that we were afraid to grow because we didn't think we could grow it in our climate. Like I was saying, you know, my basement looks like a nursery come wintertime now. You know, I got my neighbors grabbing these big old pots, and I put a board on the steps, and they slide and stuff down into the basement. And I had to put it over to one side because this is not a single family house. There's a family on the first floor, and they needed to get to their wash and dryer. So I had to move everything to one side just so they could get down the steps to their wash and dryer.
All right, tell them don't watch the springtime. We got things to do.
But they was fascinated about this stuff that I was growing inside the house that they only thought that you could only get if you went into the store to buy it. And I was like, no, you can grow. Like right now, my window box that I normally grow kale in, but this year I got Georgia collards growing in it. We don't get too hot here where we can't grow them during the summertime that they won't bolt like they do down south.
Yeah, everything already bolted down here.
And see, that's what I'm saying. But it hasn't been hot up here. Now it's cool. So they really like, you know, the temperature. So I'm keeping it well water. I got a bicolored variety of lemongrass. I had to put a cage over because Annie kept eating my lemongrass. Yeah. I had to put a cage over that. I got like a jalapeno pepper up here. I got celery in a pot. I got I think I got my blue butterfly pea has finally broke it. It's about this big already. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure if it's that or whether it's the moringa.
Well, sir, if it's 45 degrees outside, sure, put them babies out of the door. Put them on the little
coat. They out there on the porch. The porch is open. So they harden off. They out there. I just can't put them in the ground over there because I'm having issues with my legs and feet that I can't bend down and get up. And then too, I would have to fight with the chicken wire because I got critters over here and they sitting watching me plant that stuff. And as soon as I leave that lot and come home, if I was to go back to water, it would be gone.
Well, Shirley, you gotta understand, at the church you go to, you got a deacon there. And the deacons are there for the widowers and the elderly. Say, look here, Deep, I got some stuff that need to be planted out, Deep. Come do your job now.
Okay, first of all, I don't go to a church. I don't have a deacon. I go to a Kingdom Hall. And I do have brothers who, when they have time for their jobs to come over, like last Sunday, the brother came over. He moved all my fruit trees out the backyard, including my figs and whatever, and took them over to the lot. I have to work on other people's time. Okay. A lot of my friends and family, they work, and I have to catch them when they are available. And even though I tell them, you know, plants don't wait on you, you know, I need to get this done ASAP, you know, but if people working, it's only so much I can say and do. And he said he'll come back this Sunday. So this Sunday he's gonna come back and he's gonna help me plant my fruit tree. Those 4 fruit trees I got this past winter that's in the regular pots. I got I got 4 17-gallon laundry buckets, and I got soil. So he's gonna help me plant those into those. So like I said, I have to work on other people's, you know, schedule.
But Tell them who you are, though. Tell them you Miss Shirley OG Gardner. Say you don't know me. Watch my YouTube channel. Come on here and get these goddamn fruit trees in this bucket. Tell them.
I saw two things in the chat that I was gonna say something, share that y'all might have missed. Well, one of them you didn't really need. It wasn't that much.
I'm working on building a greenhouse this summer. I have the cattle panels. I have the plastic. I'm missing the wood. So I don't have the money for all that wood. So I'm getting pallets, and I'm taking the pallets and breaking them down so I can make the base. And I had to get some landscaper cloth to put on the bottom. So I finally got that. So each year I was buying, when I got a few pennies together, I was buying stuff. I bought my screws. I got my staples. I got the foam to go around, the cattle panels. So I got everything but the wood. So I'm ready to build a hoop house. And once I get the pallets and I start breaking them down and putting them together, I can get my hoop house together so that I can put my fruit trees inside for our winters here. Yeah. So it's not like, I got a plan. It's just that things have to come together when it's available. What'd you say, hands in the dirt, Stacy?
He said his Carolina cross just germinated today.
Not done it. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Jenny said, I need grow tip on sprouting carrot seeds. My multi-pack won't sprout.
You need to put them in some wet paper towels and spray them and put them in.
I just sprinkle them outside and they just.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can do half of that and the other half, because speaking of carrots, I just happened to find this pack today and I saw them in the supermarket and I was like, I'm not buying any of those. I can go home and grow my own. So I got my pack. You see that? The multicolored.
It's a lot of different ways to start your carrots. I see a lot of people putting boards down and stuff like that. That's a bad idea, because if you ain't out there the day that it's sprout, then you're gonna smother the carrots out and they're not gonna germinate. So I would broadcast them, put a little soil on top of it, and keep them moist.
Yeah, I was gonna say they like when you starting them, you want to keep them moist.
They like a lot of moisture.
Yeah,
they do.
Once they start growing, I cut back on how much water, because they don't like to. I don't think they like to be like saturated like that.
It was homemade wine,
but and the thing that I'm an overwater, so I grow my carrots, some of them in grow bags, and that work out nice because I'm constantly watering everything. So
yeah, that
might help.
That's a way to go, to grow bags.
Yeah, and I got 2 50-gallon grow bags. I got some sticks in the bottom of it, and I got some leaves on top of that. And then I want to add some of that mulch that the illuminating company left on the yard. And then I got a couple of bags of garden soil I want to put on top of that and see if I can grow something in that as well.
But understand there's all kinds of ways to garden. I mean, people do hydroponics.
Hello. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Some people grow in window sills. Some people grow in the ground. Some people grow in containers. However you want to grow, it's a way to grow. You just got to take your time, do your research, and it'll work for you. You know what I mean? I ain't no one gardener better than the other gardener. We just all garden different. That's it.
And we all in different, like you said, microclimates.
Yeah, and like I'm looking at this comment right now where Spoon and with Sunshine saying carrots grow better in the fall.
True.
Maybe where you live at,
it's too hot.
But up here it stays cool enough. It doesn't get as hot up here as it does where you're at, and we can grow a lot of things year round. As far as what y'all call cool
Where's
weather.
Shani at? She came to the meetup, didn't she?
Yeah.
Where's she at? What state?
Alabama.
It's probably hot.
Yeah, and see, it's cooler up north here in Ohio, and I can grow those now.
I'm growing them right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of stuff that bolts down south in like Mississippi, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Texas, what have you. You guys have problems with heat and bolting stuff, whereas we don't necessarily have that issue.
And then
Gotta go. Good night, everybody. Good night, Gardening with Bernie. Thank you for stopping in.
Oh, she's in North Carolina, but that's
Who
not
is?
Thank you.
Who is
Shani.
it? Who?
Shani 2003.
Oh yeah, Shani, yeah. But you were saying all that about the big watermelon that Spoon of Sunshine unofficially grew. Are they growing this year? Y'all growing watermelon?
Sunshine, y'all growing watermelon this year? She's still in the chat.
Let us know in the comments.
And they you know, you see
Shani says
right.
Shani says she's in North Carolina.
Nothing but watermelon.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen
Okay.
them set up. I've seen them set up a couple times.
Okay.
They do well. They are great gardeners. But I don't know if they're the best watermelon gardeners. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that part. Okay.
That part. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, somebody's back. Jeanette's back.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I've planted cosmic purple carrots out there in my raised bed, but my tomato plants are all over the place, so I'm not sure how they're going to do now that they're not getting hardly any sun. But
they got shaded out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would that hinder them?
When did you plant the carrots? Can you go ahead and harvest them? Have you harvested one or two? See how big they are?
I did one. It's about this long. It's way too small.
Okay. I'm gonna say I thought pulling.
I grow mine. I grow the small ones. I do the midget ones.
Yeah. Now last year I grew carrots and I had the little small ball ones like that because I grew them in a pot, and they were so sweet. And I wanted to juice them, but they never got out the garden. They didn't make it.
I can't remember what they're called. The little round one. I grew those too. But I like the carrots smaller. They taste way better than the big carrots.
Yeah, they do. They're sweeter. They do. And to me, they say when you bite into them, you can almost taste the vitamins and stuff in them. You know, they so good. So yeah, I really enjoy them.
Yep. I do them. I think they're called midgets, the ones I grow.
Yeah, these are the regular sized carrots, so they're not the teeny tiny ones. It's just they haven't gotten big yet.
Oh, it's two different kinds. It's the round ones. And then it's the I think they call fingers.
Oh, Spoon of Sunshine saying, "Oh wow, what is this unofficially? We're absolutely growing watermelon again. We are definitely in this war." Spoon of Sunshine. The last day of the contest is officially January the 1st of 2024 because everybody's in different zones. So therefore, everybody's given an opportunity to grow watermelons, and you can submit one. And if you get another one that's even bigger, you can submit that. You can submit them as many times all the way up until January 1st of 2024. And you must show a video where you have a scale and it's zeroed out so that it will give an accurate reading. And you weigh the watermelon, you must show it from beginning to end in order for it to be eligible.
No cuts. No editing.
You grow rogue, you ought to jump in there too, girl. You grow everything else.
You grow rogue. Hey, go for it. You be top 5.
Wow.
Well, Mike, just because you get snow in October don't mean that you can't grow watermelon up to that date.
I get snow sometimes in October, late October.
Oh yeah.
It don't snow here. I probably can grow watermelons all the way to December.
It normally rains here because normally for Halloween, kids always have to wear raincoats.
Janet, when our first day of cold down here usually? Around December, a little bit before September starts?
I think around Halloween, a little after, but my cold and your cold may be different.
We're like 15 minutes away.
I know. I mean, but what I think is cold and what you think is cold.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't get freezing until like January, February.
I think anything below 50 degrees, I usually put on a little jacket. I call that kind of cold, I guess. Yeah, anything
you
below
put a jacket on. Yeah, it's a little nippy. Because men don't normally throw on jackets unless they cold enough. You know, they normally act like they hot blooded, like they all that. You know?
So I don't want y'all to think that, you know, I think I'm this great watermelon grower. I just think I'm the GOAT
wait
right now.
a minute. What you talking about? What we think? You the one keep throwing it out there like you the watermelon warrior. You the watermelon. You put the crown on your head and telling everybody that they, they can go for second place, and then you gonna sit there and talk like that, boy. You better stay in your lane.
I told you this the humble broke farmer tonight.
Gina, do it, Gina. Do it, Gina.
Gina, put that crying down, Gina. Put that crying down.
That's right. Do it, Gina. Let them know. Ain't no punks up in here. Tell them yet.
Look,
I thought somebody said something about watermelons.
But Miss Shirley, just understand. You know how I am now. You know when I win, I'm gonna have Gina picture pasted all over video.
Spoon and Sunshine said, "Bring it." And Spoon said he ain't scared.
I tell Spoon and Sunshine, it's been brought in.
It's been brought in.
Is that a word?
It's been brought in.
Gina, is that a word? What's that?
That's a broke word.
It's been brought in.
I don't think that's a word.
It's a made-up word that he uses.
It makes sense, kinda. It's the past tense of brought.
It doesn't even sound right much longer.
It wasn't either. Sunshine said there wasn't no cuts in our video last year, broke farmer. I think I'm feeling some hate, sir. I don't mind taking your crown again, bro.
I don't know. I mean, maybe my internet was buffering. I don't know. My internet could have been buffering. I don't know. It looked like a bunch of cuts in the video. I don't know.
As much as I would love to keep this going, it's been 2 hours already.
Yes.
So I'm gonna do like we used to do a romper room. I see Granny's Journal, Nikki, Spoon of Sunshine. Who else we see? You Road, Mike, Sounds 146. Thank you all for stopping in this evening. I appreciate my panel, my baby girl Gina, Miss Jeanette Cruising Homestead, Broke Farmer, my internet son. Thank you all for coming in tonight. I really enjoyed y'all and the panel. Please come back next Thursday, same time, same station, Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and show me that you like me. How much, y'all?
Yes, a little bit.
Y'all have a good evening now. Y'all come back now. You hear?